Hey Star Fam, thanks for tuning in. We're here today for another quick energy check-in using the Mystical Manga Tarot deck. Okay, so getting right into it. I do hope you're all keeping well. This is just going to be a quick general reading to see if we can get a bit of a snapshot to see what the energies are like around my Star Fam. As it's a general read, it might not resonate with everyone. If not, not to worry, I've got plenty other readings posted. Feel free to have a look through my channel. I'm sure you'll find a reading that will resonate with your situation. Okay, so let's see. What is going on with my Star Fam? No, okay. All right, so first card out is the Two of Wands. So wands being the suit of fire signs. You could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, although not necessarily, not gender or sign specific. But the Two of Wands is usually about making plans. Usually plans for some kind of travel. As you can see, this person, they're holding the world in their hands. And for me, it's kind of like holding a map, you know, and the way that he's got, you know, the horizon, the great horizon in the background, it kind of, you know, leads you to believe that he's planning some kind of a move forward. Now, this could be a holiday that you're planning. This could be an actual move that you're planning. But in any case, some kind of plans are being made. Okay. Kind of plan of action. This could be like a business plan as well, too. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's see if we can get a little bit more context. Just tell me a little bit more about these plans. Tell me a bit more about this Two of Wands. Just tell me a bit more. Okay. So, the next card's out. We've got the Knight of Cups. Okay. The Eight of Wands. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Alright. The Page of Wands. The Knight of Coins. The Hermit. And then the Seven of Cups. Okay. Alright, bear with me a second, you guys. All right, so on the get-go here, it looks like somebody's planning to ask somebody out. Okay, because here we've got, as we got here after the Two of Wands, somebody making some kind of plan of action, you know, and then we've got the Knight of Cups here. Now, the Knight of Cups is usually, I mean, it could be a water sign, cups being the arcana of water, so Scorpio or Pisces or Cancer, although again, not necessarily. But the point is the Knight of Cups is known as like the knight in shining armor, Mr. Lover. This is somebody who is coming with an offer of a cup of love or a relationship of some sort. You know what I mean? And then right next to him, we've got the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is also known as the Arrows of Love. It's kind of a swifter moving energy, but yeah, it's normally known as the Arrows of Love. So it could be messages of love coming in quickly. So like, I almost want to say like this person is being a little bit impulsive in their declarations for love and affection. You know what I mean? This is somebody who's probably coming on strong or feeling like they need to do some kind of big declaration. Because again, we've got the Knight of Coins out here. You know what I mean? And the Knight of Coins is, again, with the coins being the arcana of Earth, it's about earthly pleasures, earthly abundance, things of value. Um, you know what I mean? So this could be somebody coming with like a big gift. They've been thinking about this for a while. You know, but I get the feeling that they want to do some kind of grand gesture, you know? And if not, it could just be like you're feeling like these arrows are kind of coming out of nowhere. Because again, this is a swift moving energy. You know what I mean? So there could have been a lot of swift back and forth between the two of you. As far as like maybe text messages go, something like that. But this is definitely like an energy that is moving quite quickly. So it could be that this Knight of Cups feels like that they have to quickly come up with a plan to make their move. And then next to that, we've got the Two of Pentacles or Two of Coins. Now, this is somebody who is kind of got a lot of things up in the air at the moment, the way that he's juggling these two pentacles. It could also be a decision that has to be made. But it kind of feels like, yeah, I feel like it's actually kind of both. An indecision, not knowing what to choose, having a few things in the air. Because again, this is a second too, so there could be a little bit of back and forth about this in this person's mind. Should I do it? Should I not? I feel like they're just nervous. That nervousness about making a move. And it's a whole, oh, but what if they say yes? What if they say no? And then what do I do? And da-da-da-da. And it's kind of like feelings being a little bit up in the air about how to proceed, but knowing that they want to make a move and they want to move quite quickly. You know? I'm just worried that they might come on a little bit strong. You know what I mean? Because here we've got the Page of Wands, and pages are like the youngest members of the court cards. So there could be a little bit of, I want to say immaturity about this. I mean, you're coming up as a knight. We've got two knights here. So I don't feel like you're particularly young. But maybe there might be a little bit of, I don't want to say immaturity, but it's like a lack of experience when it comes to relationships. You know what I mean? And a tendency to want to run away with your emotions. You know what I mean? Because again, pages being the youngest members of the arcanas, this is the Page of Wands, so somebody who's very fiery, very passionate, but again, somebody who's very young, so is probably not very experienced in dealing with these passionate emotions, you know, and so having this tendency to letting it kind of, you know, coming on a bit stronger than it's probably appropriate. You know what I mean? And kind of just running away with this energy a little bit. But again, I'm also getting this kind of with the twos. It's like this person's kind of going back and forth in their minds about whether they should just bite the bullet and do this big thing and, you know, make their move, or if they should just like kind of wait and bide their time some more. Because again, we've got the Knight of Coins, and the Knight of Coins is, I mean, it's usually guaranteed success, but I mean, this is a success that takes a long time in coming. You know what I mean? The Knight of Coins is somebody who's very thorough. They take their time to do everything. They make sure that they read the fine print. They dot all their I's and cross all their T's because they want to make sure that everything is perfect. You know what I mean? This is somebody who doesn't want to ever have to go back and revise their work, you know, because it's like if you just take your time and do it right the first time, then you're guaranteed success. You know what I mean? That's the Knight of Coins kind of energy. And this is somebody who's not to be rushed. You know what I mean? So again, it's kind of a feeling like you've been stalling, really thinking about this, trying to come up with a plan, going back and forth in your minds about whether or not you should do this. You know, it's like a kind of like wanting to make this big impression. You know what I mean? But being afraid of coming on too strong and kind of like continuing to bide your time. And then right next to it, we've got the Hermit. So it's like, The Hermit is about, it's a major arcana card, but this is about withdrawing and going back within. You know what I mean? So I kind of get the feeling this almost feels like chickening out, though, honestly. Because again, normally with the Hermit, this is about, going within, asking yourself the bigger questions in life. It's about kind of exploring your spirituality. You know what I mean? And basically a time of meditation and reclusion while you ask yourself those spiritual questions. But I mean, I kind of feel like with this, the way it is, with the back and forth, it's like it might be just somebody is retreating back into themselves. I hope it's not because y'all chickened out and decided not to ask. But I kind of get the feeling that for some of you, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Putting the brakes on things, because you go from, this making a plan, wanting to put this in motion really quickly, but still going back and forth in your mind. You know what I mean? And kind of like tempering this like young and energetic, sparky, passionate, maybe slightly a little bit immature, not mature, but kind of unrealistic in your way of thinking. You know what I mean? And your expectations, versus kind of tempering that side of you and wanting to go back within. You know what I mean? There's definitely that back and forth, I'm definitely feeling the two twos here, as far as having the should I do it or should I not? Should I make the move or should I not? Wow, guys. Don't drive yourself too crazy. And then we've got the Seven of Cups at the end. And again, this is somebody who's got a lot of options, and it could be a sense of confusion, not knowing which option to choose. Again, a bit of going back and forth in your minds. You know what I mean? But guys, honestly, just make a move, right? The worst thing that can happen is that they say no, and then you'll know. And then you can just move on with your lives instead of like constantly like keeping yourself stuck in this kind of state of limbo, Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The High Priestess. Okay, so this could be the person that you're interested in. This could be yourself. But I find it interesting that we've got the High Priestess and the Hermit here. So I kind of feel like these are like two introverts. You know what I mean? An introvert with another crush on an introvert. And just the both of them not knowing how to make that first move. It's kind of cute, actually. But yeah, the good thing is this is two of very highly spiritual people. You know what I mean? Both the High Priestess and the Hermit. This is like the feminine and the masculine version of like, people who are quite spiritual, in touch with God, the universe, in touch with their spirit. These are two people who understand the importance of going within, searching within, asking the big questions in life. You know what I mean? And they're both highly spiritual people, highly spiritually developed people. It's just like, it's basically the masculine and the feminine version of this. So, I mean, if you're worried whether or not you guys feel like you'd be a good match, I definitely feel like you both would be a very good match. You know what I mean? As far as you're both very, again, spiritual people, very much introverts, very much, very emotionally and spiritually mature. You know what I mean? Could be part of the reason why you're so afraid to ask as well too, is maybe this person, because in their introversion, comes across as very secretive, because the High Priestess is known for knowing about the secrets of the intuition, of the unconscious. You know what I mean? This is somebody who is usually very well versed in the occult. You know what I mean? So it's about the mysteries of religious and spiritual practices. You know what I mean? So this is somebody who's kind of like, yeah, very knowledgeable of hidden information. And so for some of you, it could just feel like this person that you're really into's got like an amazing poker face. And it's like you can't really tell if they really are into you or if they're just being kind to you. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of what's... that's kind of what's putting you on your back foot a little bit, because you can't quite tell, again, if they're if they genuinely like you, if they like you like that, or if they just like you and are just being polite. Hmm. Hmm. But again, I do see a match here. I mean, regardless whether or not you're the masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter here, you guys, because I do see that match. You know what I mean? And again, it's that spiritual match that you're really looking for. I get the feeling that this is somebody here who's really seeking that really deep spiritual connection. You know, they're looking for the emotional, the mental, the physical, and the spiritual, you know, and I feel like you've pretty much found it in this person, you know? Because again, you're coming up as a hermit and the Knight of Cups. Right? And again, the Knight of Cups is somebody who's very romantic, you know, very sensitive, very emotional. You know, the Cups, again, about being water signs, watery and emotional. So this is somebody who is quite sensitive and in touch with their emotions and their intuition. You know, somebody who is willing to go into hermit mode and has that capacity for self-reflection. You know what I mean? Honestly, just make the move. Go ahead and make the move, right? I think you should, because there's definitely the potential for something really, really deep here. You know what I mean? Right, guys, I'm going to close this out, but before I do, I'm just going to grab an inspiring quote from the You've Got This deck, just to see if we can get any words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words of inspiration for my star fam with regards to the spread. Honestly, I think you should just go ahead and make your move. All right, and if you want to, like, you don't have to do anything massive. It doesn't have to be a massive, you know, some kind of, what do you call it again? Some grand offering. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be something massive, like a big gift or something grand. You know, like, just like, it could be something smaller. Like, just speak to them, just ask them out for coffee. You know, and see where it goes from there. Don't have to make such a big deal out of everything. Kind of feel like that's your nature, though, to kind of make a big deal. Okay, yeah, but especially when it comes to things of the heart, hence why all of this planning in advance. But still, guys, like, honestly, just, I feel like you're just overthinking things and getting into your heads too much, right? Anyway, let's see if we can get any words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words of inspiration, words of advice for my star fam. Okay, aspire to inspire. Okay. And success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. So honestly, guys, just make the move. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Just make the move. Okay? Just make the move. Aspire to inspire is liking yourself. Because at the end of the day, whether or not they say yes or no, doesn't matter. At least you, like, made your move and, like, were authentic and are letting your feelings be known. You know what I mean? And maybe in confessing, like I said, especially if you're two, like, introverts, you know, instead of making this massive, you know, grand offering, just kind of go in quietly and just have a quiet conversation. You know what I mean? And be true to yourself. And maybe by confessing your feelings, you'll inspire them to do the same. You know what I mean? Especially, again, like I said, if you're two shy, quiet, introverted people who might be a little bit too scared to make the first move, one of y'all is going to have to make this first move, okay? So might as well just go for it, right? All right, you guys, I am going to leave this here for now. I hope you enjoyed this spread. I hope it helped bring a little bit of clarity to your situation. If it resonated, please be sure to like and subscribe so you can join the Soul Tribe. And as always, wishing you a copacetic Earth experience.